It's time for a Humans in Tune conversation with Darren on 93.9 Mike FM.
Hello, Facebook friends. We're hanging out 93.9 Mike FM studio. And as I mentioned on air, if you're just catching us on the Facebook page, it's time for another Humans in Tune chat. And I'm excited today because A, I got well fed, and B, I got the very cool Chase Porter in the studio with me. Hi, Chase.
Hey, what's going on, Dan? How are you?
Oh, man, I'm great. I'm full bellied. Yeah, we just got off air on our first break. We're also on air on 93.9 Mike FM. So tune in over there to catch us on the air. You'll see us take air breaks, the inside of radio right here on the Facebook Live side. But yeah, Teriyaki Madness here in Cape. You guys have been in Cape coming up on a year in December. A very fast first year for you, I'm sure.
Doesn't feel like a year yet. No,
right.
It flew by.
Yeah. But yeah, you brought in some great food for us today. We had the teriyaki chicken, of course. We had the noodles. We had some veggies cooked up. We had the orange chicken, the spicy chicken. I did sample everything because I gotta get the full palate to be able to give a full, recommendation on this. But man, really good stuff. It's one of the things I love about it is fresh ingredients. You guys don't use anything that's frozen, so I go up there and I get these delicious fresh veggies you got cooked up. Man, it's super tasty. The fried rice was awesome. And I'm a spicy guy. Like I have a spicy palate favoritism for that. So the spicy chicken is right on point, man. Just enough kick to get you going. But like I could share that and I wouldn't hear, oh, it's too spicy, from a fan. So I think it's hit that sweet spot for sure. And teriyaki itself is a sweet spot, man. That flavor, that's an easy one that we know and love now. We were kind of chatting before we went on the Facebook Live, the history of teriyaki, and we'll dig in on that some a little bit later. But Teriyaki Madness, you guys are here in Cape. You're over on the west side of Cape, right there kind of in a little crux between the Jury and Walmart and the White Castle. All that's kind of packed in there. You guys are nestled in that little new center there next to Crumble Cookie and some other spots.
Yep, we're right next to Crumble Cookie, right next to White Castle. They used to call it the Hole, I believe.
The Hole.
The Hole.
There was one little house.
Someone
that was
might
down
need to
there
correct me on the knowledge, the Cape Girardeau knowledge there. But I think there was one house there before I lived in town, so it was before me. But yeah,
it was like the last holdout of the the last residentials.
Kudos to that person for doing that. So that's a tough decision.
He was saving a spot for you guys.
I'm glad he did.
That's he did. Yeah. So coming up on a year in December, something you guys do a lot of obviously is the lunch serving up, the dinner serving up, the good old come in and eat. But you guys do a lot of catering as well.
That's right. So catering's really picked up for us. So we've been pushing a lot the last 9 months now almost. In the last 3 to 4 months, it's really picked up, and our capabilities have increased. Something I'm proud to say. It wasn't like that on our first one. It was a learning experience. That's for sure. But yes, we cater 7, 8, 9, 10 times a week now.
Wow.
A slow week for us is looking like about 4 caterings. Looking to continue to grow it.
Sure.
Quite capable to continue to grow it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're at 4 to 8 a week. And can cater, any kind of needs.
Yeah, a little business meeting, or you got a middle of the day conference kind of thing.
The size is irrelevant to us. I can cater for as little as 15, and I can cater up to 120, 130. We can fit those needs for both sizes and all sizes, and whatever time you need. I've done 9 p.m. caterings.
Oh wow!
Deliver at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
I've delivered to the Show Me Center at 9 p.m. And I think we had this one here today at 10:15 a.m.
Yeah, it was a brunch teriyaki.
Yeah, it was a brunch.
Which is good timing for me doing morning radio. I'm up and I'm ready to eat by 10:30.
And it doesn't bother us too bad. That doesn't interfere with our lunch.
Yeah, for
actual
sure.
line movement and our dinner alignment. So those off times, not only are we capable of, but I love them.
Yeah,
I love them.
Are you guys 7 days a week?
We are 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. all 7 days.
Excellent. I'm a big fan of the teriyaki sauce. I wanted to sample things as you have created them and seasoned them, but you had a nice bottle of that up there for some drizzle action on it.
Yep. Neat thing about all of our sauces is nothing is store bought. Everything Teriyaki Madness logo is created by us. We prep all the things in house. The things that aren't prepped in house are prepped off house, out of store with our ingredients and shipped in just for some labor reasons. But every sauce that goes into every single ingredient in ours is Teriyaki Madness trademarked, and you can't find it anywhere else.
That's good. Yeah. So you can't go buy it in stores. Can you buy the sauce in your store? Is
You
that
know
something
what?
you guys package
I
out?
need to get that going because I have been asked that question.
Oh yeah.
I'm serious 100 times,
Yeah.
100 times, and my answer is unfortunately no. Come in there and talk to me, and
Yeah.
I'll hook you up with something,
See guys
whoever it
walking
is.
in with
Yeah,
solo cups like
yeah,
squirting
yeah.
on the
Well,
side.
sometimes the bottles go missing. I will. Sometimes they disappear off tables.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I need to get that worked out. I need to get a bulk teriyaki sales going because I
Hmm.
get that question a lot, and I'm not in the business of telling people no. So I need to get that worked out. So maybe one day we'll have some Teriyaki Madness trademark teriyaki sauce
Yeah.
for
Down
sale.
the road. That's a phase 14, right?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
that's who knows how long it'll take me to get to it, but something
Yeah.
I would actually enjoy getting done.
So you said you've been in the area, I guess, about a year then.
Yep. So I'm kind of local still. We're from Illinois. Uh, proud Southeast Missouri residents now. Glad to come to this side. Moved here to open the restaurant.
That's
Um,
awesome.
about an hour away. And we're loving Cape Girardeau. Cape Girardeau's welcomed us arms wide open, and
That's
business
awesome.
has been good, and we're thankful for it. We're thankful for it, and we're ready to keep rocking and rolling.
You or you got family here?
So my fiance Cassie, you'll see her in there all the time. Her and I, we
Hmm.
moved away from our families to start this up here in Cape, and we run the day-to-day operations. And odds are you'll see one of us in there,
Right.
7 days a week. Odds are you'll
Oh, no
see one
doubt.
of us in there. So if it's not me, it's her. If it's not her, it's me. And
There's no such thing as a 40-hour work week, right?
oh man, what is that? What is that?
Wouldn't that be a treat?
Yeah, no, that hasn't happened in about 9 months, nine,
Yeah.
10 months. It's been a while. So,
Yeah. But I'm
but
sure you love it.
yeah, we don't mind. That's not an issue. That's not a complaint one bit. We like what we're doing, and
Hmm.
we like serving delicious teriyaki madness to the community.
Absolutely. You guys have pickup services, DoorDash, all that kind of stuff
We
can
do.
order
We have
from
an
you as
app. You
well.
can download our app, and if you're a new customer, your first bowl is free if you download our
Oh,
app.
nice.
But inside the app, I highly encourage everyone to get the app. There's daily deals. I mean, little every single day a different deal inside the app. We have a points, a reward system, just like most places do.
Yeah.
Every 600 points, another free bowl. And for instance, this whole month it was free delivery Tuesday, so we do utilize third-party delivery companies,
Nice.
DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, those things. Tuesday we cover the fees. That
Nice.
was the entire month of September. We have free delivery Tuesdays, rocking and rolling this month until October, and the deals are just never ending in the app. So I do highly encourage doing
Yeah.
that, and then curbside as well. So pickup, delivery, curbside, all available through the app.
Speaking of curbside, Kirby Ray from Real Rock popped in, says, delicious food, teriyaki madness rocks. I know he's throwing the horns up on that. Thanks, Curb.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, man. And again, yeah, appreciate you feeding us here at River Radio today. So Teriyaki Madness is in the house. That's free delivery Tuesdays. It happens to be a Tuesday, FYI. So don't wait. Get on your app. Order your lunch right now while we're in the midst of the Totally 90s. Let's see. Right now, we got some Lauryn Hill playing. Earlier, we played some Pearl Jam, and I kind of stuck that in on purpose. Pearl Jam, began in Seattle. Chris Cornell, tried out, and he ended up not being the singer for Pearl Jam. Eddie Vedder slid in, a little rock and roll trivia back in the day. That group of guys that got together, and some great bands that came out of Seattle. But something else that came out of that same area back in the '90s, and really kind of precessing the '90s. The '90s was the boom for it. Was teriyaki as a flavor, as a style of cooking. Teriyaki saw its initiation in the United States in that area in Seattle.
That's right. Sticking with the
Yep,
90. That's where T Mad got its start.
that's it.
Seattle teriyaki. We are a Seattle teriyaki shop, not a Japanese. The difference is
Hmm.
how the sauces are prepared.
Yeah.
Ours are not a soy base. We do use soy sauces in our sauces, but ours are primarily ginger. So
Okay.
to sticking
Yeah.
with some more history, and the more
Yeah.
you know there.
Well, looking back at it, historically, Japanese immigrants came to Hawaii, kind of introduced things to Hawaii. Hawaii kind of diced it up a little bit, started using some pineapple juice in it for more meat tenderization, those kind of things. And this is the cooking nerd in me going off. And then as those Hawaiian folks started making, and the Japanese immigrants started making their way into Seattle, that became kind of a conflux of, like you said, that Japanese style where it's the soy sauce and sake and sugar cooked together, whereas other ingredients like pineapple juice and ginger, things like that, started getting cooking into it. And it really became that signature model. And then out of that, and I think if I read right, by what was it, about 2002 or so, I guess, when Teriyaki Madness really branded started taking off, there was around 100 teriyaki restaurants with teriyaki in the name in the Seattle area. So it was pretty saturated. So I think it was serendipitous of Teriyaki Madness to go, perhaps we should franchise. And yeah, here we are, 20, almost 25 years later. And there are over 140, I think, franchises throughout the state.
189 last week, I believe.
Nice.
And I'd like to add, we didn't rehearse any of this beforehand. That all came right out of Darren's head. So that's impressive. That wasn't us talking.
If you've seen me before, you're used to me pulling things out of the proper place. Yeah.
We're gonna have to get him in the back one day, see if he's got what it takes to work on that line with us, with all this knowledge he's got.
There you go.
I'll keep my mind. I bet I learned some things from
test drive it. Yeah,
that was not pre-rehearsed there.
I won't be responsible for accidents. Kitchen cleanliness. No, let's see. I passed a safe serve 20-something years ago. We'll be fine. But yeah, and so that's how we've seen. So it's kind of a relative young history as far as this style of cooking, this flavor is to us. But a lot of people think, oh, it's just been around forever. The flavor itself sure has. It dates back to like the 1600s. But as far as here in the States and the domestication of it, it's just been about 30 years. So that's pretty cool. Just kind of like the Totally 90s lunch. We've curated teriyaki and we've curated the music. How about that? We're going to pop on here in about 45 seconds. We got a little Weezer playing. We got Suzanne on right now, which is one of the B-side Weezer tunes I'll stick in every once in a while because it is the end credits song of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. A little nod to Kevin Smith's movie era. But Suzanne, the orangutan, and they saved Suzanne, and that made me happy. And it's a great song. So, but yeah, we've got some great stuff lined up for your Totally 90s lunch on the FM side, or you can stream us at 939mikefm.com or on your app or on your smart speaker and catch all the jams that way. Right now, we're going to go on air. So hang out, Facebook Live. Weezer and Suzanne, that is the 93.9 Mike FM Totally 90s Lunch, hanging out today with Chase Porter from Teriyaki Madness. Chase in the place, glad to have you, sir.
Glad to be in.
Yep. We've been talking teriyaki history here on the Facebook Live side. If you've not popped over there, visit us over on 93.9 Mike FM on Facebook. You can catch that Facebook Live, pop into comments, ask any teriyaki related or non-teriyaki related questions you want. You got a 90s music request, or you want to hear Chase sing some karaoke in the studio, hey, he's down for anything, all right?
We're here for viewership, though. I don't know if we need any of that.
Hey, sounds like fun. Hey, we got a ton of great tunes still to come. It is the Totally 90s Lunch on 93.9 Mike FM. Teriyaki Madness in the house for a Teriyaki Madness takeover on our Totally 90s Lunch. Encourage you guys, visit Teriyaki Madness right now. You can place your order online. It's free delivery today because all month long, free delivery on Tuesdays at Teriyaki Madness. Chasing the house, here's Smashing Pumpkins and Disarm on 93.9 Mike FM's Totally 90s Lunch. Cha-cha-cha.
Heck yeah.
There we go. Teriyaki Madness, baby.
And some Billy Corgan.
That's right. But, so Justin Ross popping in. Hi, Justin. Justin's down in Fort Worth. You got Teriyaki Madness down in Fort Worth?
I think so. I know that Florida's quite popular. There's probably double digits.
Yeah.
I may be mistaken on the exact amount, but probably double digits in Florida. Fort Worth's a good shot, a good chance. You should be able to go on the app.
I feel like Texas has got to have some teriyaki.
So Texas, our big four actually right now. Florida has probably close to double digits. Texas is definitely in double digits.
Yeah.
Las Vegas is rocking and rolling. You can't go on any corner in that town and not run into. And that is actually the town that made us.
I was going to say popular. Vegas was kind of the pop off for you guys.
It was the pop off, and there's no doubt about it. And I've had customers in Cape Girardeau come in and be like, "This is just like it was in Vegas." Congrats. This is what I had in Vegas. And a lot of times when I come in and have a customer, because our brand awareness is small in the area. But nationally, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's definitely growing. I think we've opened 40-ish this year.
Wow.
It's
and that's substantial growth. I mean, that's like 25%.
I'm glad to have got in when I got in. But yeah, I expect this place. It kind of reminds me of. I always tell people how Scooter's Coffee went. Man, 5 years ago you didn't see one, and now today there are 4 in every town. So I really expect T-Mad to kind of be in that same conversation in 5 to 10 years. It's going to be a well-known brand, and I was glad to get one in here when I did get one in here. But as far as
hitting that sweet spot.
Vegas is, man, they're everywhere. There's got to be, there might be 20. I don't know the exact numbers. I have to actually look, but there might be 20 in that town. And then California's got quite a few of them. So
I got you.
Those are your big 4 areas to. But I think it's 40 plus states in Canada and Mexico, and like I said, I think Guatemala. They're open one in Venezuela. Like we're getting international.
So no matter where you're hankering teriyaki right now, they've got you covered. And we talked about some of those menu options. Everybody's first thought, I think, is teriyaki chicken.
Yep.
But you guys do beef options. You do some pork options. You got some seafood options in there as well.
So we don't have pork options, but we do have tofu. For a vegan option, and a vegan option. Listen, I'm not a tofu person. I can't sit here and tell you that I love tofu, but the people that come and that do enjoy a vegan option, that do like that style of food, they love it.
Yeah.
They tell us it's the best for the tofu.
Well, it's good to have that option open, especially as you do catering, things like that, where somebody asks for that, you've got an easy solution.
And it's kind of surprising, honestly, how much tofu we sell. I didn't. It was kind of more a thing to have as an option, in my opinion, to have on the back burner as the vegan. And we sell it. We sell a lot of it. It's a quite surprisingly popular menu item. So it's awesome. Something else I want to talk about on the menu was aside from the proteins, we offer steak as well. We also offer spice levels that people may or may not know. So everything is going to come teriyaki.
Right.
Our chicken teriyaki, our steak
baseline.
teriyaki. Like you're coming in there, you're getting teriyaki. No spice to it at all. It's just a great teriyaki flavor, a great teriyaki taste. We can also make anything on the menu with the exception of salmon. Anything spicy. So you love the chicken, get a spicy chicken. You love the steak, get a spicy steak. You love the tofu, get spicy tofu. And that is a quite popular option as well. But then for the crazy people, we have a third level. We have mad spicy. I won't call it a hidden menu item, but it is at the bottom right of our menu, kind of smaller print.
The subtle menu.
The subtle menu. You got to be the loyal customer to come there and see that. It takes you a few trips to find it. And we can make anything mad spicy. Be ready. It's.
Have extra napkins.
I won't call it like a challenge level heat, right? You're
not putting your name on the wall.
There's nothing like that, kind of but it's hot, like hot stuff, like spicy stuff. So we have teriyaki style, we have spicy style, and we have mad spicy style in everything but the salmon. And I'm not gonna lie, every now and then I'll do the mad, and it's.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, what's your preference level when you would just as a go-to? You're probably not gonna go to the mad.
No, not on a daily basis. It's gonna mess you up. It would me anyways. Yeah. Maybe you're a tougher guy than I am, but. I love the spice. My entire menu is spicy chickens. My go-to. Our spicy chicken is what we sell the most of.
I can see why. That was really good stuff.
And there's nothing like it, really. There's nothing like it in town. Definitely my go-to, the spice. And our spicy, if you have the question, you're kind of wondering what it's like. It's a mild spice. If you can handle, jalapeno level heat, then you can handle our spice. It's not gonna, a little bit of a kick. It's not gonna ruin your day or anything. It doesn't taste like jalapenos. There's not jalapeno.
Now, what's as far as what's creating that heat in the mad spicy? What kind of peppers is going into that, or do you know?
I don't know. That's one of the sauces that are actually made off site, and we buy them. And once again, one of them labor saving costs. I'll have to look at it. I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna figure that out. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of not knowing that answer.
I'm guessing kind of habanero-ish.
I'm gonna get that answer actually.
And it's interesting because a different peppers from different regions for different flavors, right? It's probably not a Mexican style pepper like a jalapeno.
And like most people's distributing to keep the uniformity amongst places. It's one distributor. It's one place. It's a person that we have contracted with and makes all of our sauces. So it's you go to one, there's no difference.
Yep. And that's the consistency is important too. And I'm that guy that I find something I like at a place and it's healthy and that's my option. I want to be able to come back to it and have it taste the same, have it be prepared the same. And so I know you guys keep a standard, obviously, that matches everything, across the board for Teriyaki Madness.
You go to one, it should be the same at all of them. And part of our growth, part of our company growth plan is to keep that standard high, keep the healthy standard high, and the flavor uniform across all brands.
Yep.
You can't go to one and it tastes like this and somewhere else and it tastes a different way.
All right, we're going to pop on the FM side here real quick. Coming out of Placebo Pure Morning, one of those not emo songs that's emo from the 90s. All right, let's dig in. Placebo Pure Morning inside the Totally 90s Lunch on 93.9 Mike FM. Darren Bergfeld with you for a Teriyaki Madness Takeover. Chase Porter in the studio with me from Teriyaki Madness. We've been talking all kinds of fun stuff over on the Facebook Live. I encourage you to pop on over there. Carmen Shrimpless said she needs a lunch outing with her friend Tracy at Teriyaki Madness. We agree. You should get over there right now. They're open for your lunch and dinner. What's the hours over there, Chase?
10 a.m., 9 p.m., 7 days a week.
7 days a week, baby. And you can go in, you can eat in, you can get dine out. They offer, your typical takeout options as well, and delivery through DoorDash and Grubhub and so forth. So check them out online. If somebody wants to find you, what's the easiest way?
Through our app. Definitely the best way to find us. Quick Google search, either one. Real easy to get a hold of us.
Fantastic. Teriyaki Madness in the house for our Totally 90s Lunch. We've got a quick break. We'll come back with your weather forecast and some more 90s jams from Michael Jackson. Stick around.
Little Michael Jackson.
Little Free Willy soundtrack action today. Yeah, buddy.
The Alien Ant Farm version, man. I didn't know it. I didn't know it was his. I was a dumb kid.
Well, no, that shows that generational difference, right? Yeah.
Didn't know it was his till I became adult.
It's funny to me too. I've got a daughter who's 17, and and she doesn't, the stuff she listens to, half the time she'll be jamming onto something, and I'm like, oh, well, that's such and such song. But, it's again, they're sampling a song that I grew up with, which makes me feel twice as old, because then it's like, well, let me tell you music history, my daughter.
Yeah, my dad, I didn't have 8 tracks. I wasn't a cassette person. I wasn't a record. That was all past me. I was a CD guy.
Yeah.
And I got a pile of CDs. I remember having a lot of good albums on the CDs. I wasn't a record person.
I was kind of an early computer geek, and
Gotcha.
And I think statute of limitations has ran out, so I downloaded crap of stuff off Napster, and
Oh,
but I'd make my own mix CDs that I could put
Yep.
the MP3 CD in the truck and have this massive library. And now everything's right here,
Yeah.
right? So the wonders of technology.
Too easy now. Too easy.
Yeah, we've climbed uphill both ways in the snow barefoot. Yada. Yeah. Oh, man. So new to the community and so forth, I'm sure you've made some great connections and great relationships with people. And I think that's an important tie-in with our community. We've got a great university right here. We've got some great high schools around. We're always a big fan of supporting our high schools and our sports and so things, but a lot of great organizations in the area too, Boys and Girls Club and United Way of Southeast Missouri, all these kind of groups. I'm sure you guys are working with and looking to work with community groups to, be that food level fulfillment for something, or perhaps a volunteer opportunity, those kind of things.
Of course, very, very few volunteer opportunities have we turned down. None of them due to what the opportunity was, just budgeting restraints. I have a set limit, obviously, and I'd love to help every person every single time I get a flyer, but that's just not the reality of it.
Yeah.
We have a set number that we get to every single month, and I love all volunteer opportunities. We don't turn them down once again unless we surpass the budget on the month. Something near and dear to us, veteran outreach things. I spent 5 years in the Marine Corps infantry.
Nice. Thank you for your service.
Hey, thank you. And we do our part, give it back. We took a part in the I can't remember if it was February or March. One of the first things I got to do in the area was the Veterans Honor Flight at the Cape Regional Airport. We got to be a big time sponsor in that, and that was to go to that. I've seen those, and I've been offered the opportunity to fly veterans to DC, and I just life busyness, just haven't got to it. But to be a sponsor for that event was awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome to say the least. I was glad I did it. Since then, several other veterans things. We're sponsoring the upcoming Marine Corps Ball here. It's going to be held at the
November 4th, 3rd. I can't remember.
I don't know the
date
date of the actual event. I sent the funds off. But the actual Marine Corps birthday itself will be November 11th.
Right.
Day can't forget if you are in the Marine Corps.
Yeah. So, I think it may be Saturday the 8th, maybe the year for the ball this year, but
I've got
that's easy enough to find on the old socials.
Yeah, I'll have to get the flyer, but we're sponsoring that, and then all kinds of things. Every single month we do 3 or 4. Got a few things going with River Radio here. We just signed a few sponsorships here on the way in today. So got a Christmas. Remind me what the especially at the Christmas giveaway or something. I'll have to look at the
Yeah,
flyer.
we don't want to give them too many spoilers early, you know, but yeah, we'll have some cool stuff coming up with them.
Yep.
Yeah, we love that community time, man. That's so much fun for us, and you know, hey, bonus points for getting free food out of the deal. But yeah,
Back
it's
on, I don't mean to
yeah,
interrupt you,
you're
but really,
good.
really quick, one of the things we do daily also while we're on the veteran thing is 7 days a week, 20% discount for all active duty, former military. I haven't seen anything that big in town. I may be mistaken.
I think that's the biggest one I can think of.
If someone else is doing that, kudos to them. You guys rock. Appreciate your guys' attempt at giving back. But we do a 20% veterans discount 7 days a week. If you're a veteran, former, active, whatever it is, come in, let us know, and
Awesome.
we'll get you guys hooked up.
Taking a look at your forecast, rain in and out of the heartland increasing this afternoon. We're seeing about a 70% chance by 2 or so, and that's going to continue through tonight and tomorrow. Low of 66 tonight, tomorrow. High getting close to 80 again, about 77. Rain for most of the day. We'll see that taper off Wednesday night into Thursday. Showers heading out of town, mostly sunny on Thursday with a high around 77 as well, and then clearing out for the weekend with highs in the low 80s. Going to be a pretty one. Pew, 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 pew. Michael Jackson time. Little Free Willy action. But well, that's awesome with the veterans discounts and so forth. And my dad's a Navy vet,
Yeah.
retired after close to 40 years. Yeah, and that's why he's still in better shape than I'll ever be. 79 years old, still out whooping ass every day. But
I bet.
That's it. But that's a great way to give back to the community across the board. And you mentioned, that 20% discount. Well, that's some great incentive for our vets to come in and to bring their family and just have some good food.
Yep. Bring them in. Love to meet them.
Absolutely. Yeah. Come in and say hi to Chase when you come in. He'll probably look mad and busy because that's probably the MO for a guy in your position. But I know you're doing it with a smile on your face, or you wouldn't be doing it, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
it.
But man, you got that nailed to a T, though.
Yeah. I spent some days in my days working in food and never in a managerial position. I did not have that level of responsibility in me, but it is a lot of hard work, a lot of crazy hours, a lot of required patience.
I expected a lot out of it, and I expected to give it, everything we had. Wasn't going to do anything. Wasn't going to hire someone to run it for me, and I expected to be busy. And I expected the long weeks we talked about, but man, no matter how much you expect of something, until you do it, you don't understand it. You just can't understand. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff goes into it. I'm a former business owner before this as well, and a lot of the things translated, like how to run some things, how to market some things, how to do this and that, and some things translated. And I thought I was gonna have an easier time of what I did, but man, it's a lot. Some days are long, some days are really long. So yeah, but it's worth it in the end.
Absolutely. And you're giving back to the community by employing folks here in their area. I imagine you've got quite a few younger employees. You hire any high school kids?
We do. We sure do. I have through the summertime. It was a lot, and that's how that will fluctuate, and that will always be a partial time. School kicks back in. Kids gotta get back to school. Gotta get where it's important. We had probably 10 over the summertime.
That's cool.
We currently have a bunch of CMO students, and they're all going to do some good things. But right now they're cooking some chicken.
Yeah, that's it. I know. I haven't researched this at all, so I'm putting you on the spot. Okay. But I know some businesses will do work back in through education programs where maybe Teriyaki Madness has a program set up for somebody who's interested in hospitality management to be able to pursue something within the organization. I don't know if that's something you guys do.
So I've got a lot of things worked out with SEMO at the moment. We're doing quite a bit of marketing with them, quite a bit of, and our focus has been on the athletics so far. Big football fan for my whole life, and I wanted to get in. I wanted to partner with SEMO. I wanted to do things with SEMO to help students, to help the university, and vice versa, kind of coexist. To go back to your question, unfortunately, we do not have any kind of co-op for school things. Obviously, we'll work with you. We'll get you. We'll get you where you need to be. We're not pushy people. I think we're pretty good to work for, and it seems like some of our people are agreeing and say thank you, and we have things like that. We have a lot of programs within the company itself, but as far as a school incentives, we have nothing like that worked out yet. But
that's room for down the road.
Yeah, I won't say that we won't ever get anything like that because I do love working with SEMO, and we work with them a lot.
Yeah,
we have a lot of things, but primarily at the moment, athletics.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Well, we obviously here at River Radio, we're big SEMO athletics guys, right? And Real Rock has SEMO football and SEMO basketball on, and we do SEMO baseball on ESPN, and and we love our community. I'm technically I'm an Indian alumnus from SEMO because I'm that old, but we love our Red Hawks. Homecoming just around the corner, and that's always a blast. You got the parade and everything else. As far as those kind of community things, you guys get out into the parades. You're going to be doing some of that kind of fun
We talked
stuff?
about being in the parade this year. I've not seen any of the Cape Girardeau parades yet. Still too new to the town, but my fiance Cassie, she brought up the other day about the SEMO parade, or is that
homecoming parade?
The homecoming was homecoming, and I've done parades in the past with prior business, and I liked them. I liked them a lot. It was a fun event. We're going to give it a shot this year, I think. I got some logistics to work out, and
for sure. I mean, you've got to pull people to walk and vehicles. It's a lot of work to get a parade.
Yeah, so we've got I've got some things to figure out. I can't say that I'll be in this year, but I can comfortably say at some point we're going to get into some parades.
Yeah,
at some point.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I liked them in the past.
So you served in the Marine Corps.
Yes, sir.
What did you do in the Marines?
I was an 0311 infantry rifleman. It was is what you did when you didn't score high enough to do anything the smart kids did.
We're not sure you're ready for OCS, but we got a job for you.
No. I was 17 years old. I thought that I'd seen a lot of Marine Corps movies. I'd seen some Clint Eastwood, Heartbreak Ridge too many times. My dad had made me watch, I think, every Clint Eastwood movie in the collection. Matter of fact, his dog's name is Josie Wales.
There you go. Bit of a fan.
But yeah, school didn't sound right. I ended up getting out and going to school, but 17 enlisted, joined the Marine Corps Infantry, did a couple deployments, 2010 to 2015 infantry.
Well, thanks again for your service.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
And again, if you missed it earlier, if you just popped in on the Facebook, hey, Robin Marbury says 2 thumbs up for Chase. If I had 3, I'd give him 3, Robin. bonus thumb for the food today as well. But yeah. And if you missed it earlier, veterans, you guys got a discount at Teriyaki Madness anytime you pop in there, 20% off.
Getting a little ahead of myself. On Veterans Day, all veterans are going to get a free bowl.
That's awesome.
Getting a little ahead of myself on that one, but yeah.
But it never hurts. They're marking their calendars now. I know that day comes up. Typically, Dad's hopping breakfast somewhere, So now I can tell him where he can go grab a lunch.
I'd love to get him one, and I won't make any Navy jokes on that day either.
Duly noted. I'm gonna hold him to that. We'll do a Facebook Live all day on Veterans Day. Oh, Chase, I heard you about dropping anchor. What? Yeah, that's it.
I'll refrain.
Yeah, no, he was a carrier deck guy. Well, in Vietnam, he was crashing salvage on a carrier deck, and then later on was commissioned. And he was commissioned, and then a week later was when we bombed Libya. So his first ensign gig was a big one. So
those guys got me, the carrier deck guys. On my second deployment, we did a MEU. Marines hang out on the ships, ready to roll. That's cinch what that is. And we're on the flight deck up there. That F-18's rolling, and they're having us. The Navy guys knew what was going on. We didn't. Marines, we weren't used to the water life yet. We were still on the flight deck, and F-18s would take off, and they made us clean the decks, and I think that might have been they know what's going on. We're clueless Marines out there, and you don't realize. I didn't realize the micro amounts of just debris on the flight deck. Stuff you can't even see on the eye. Those jets take off with so much force and so much propulsion, you wish you got it all because it just pelts you. Those guys would love to laugh at us when F-18s flew off. It is. I don't know anything about the specs of those things, but I was the guy that picked the rocks up off of that whenever we weren't doing infantry stuff. They found stuff for us to do. I remember getting beamed by rocks that were so small you can't see and picking up their flight decks for them.
It was good abrasion for your complexion. That's
learning experience.
Your learning experience. That's right. Oh man. Well, Teriyaki Madness again here in Cape is right over there on the west side of town in the nice little cloistral spot there behind White Castle. Easy to find though. Just pull in there by White Castle and Wally World and hang a left. You'll run right into it. Yeah, it's a great place to eat, great place to bring the fam. Call and get some delivery on your free delivery Tuesday. Another option there. Oh yeah, you brought some noodles along with it. You know, we talked about the protein options, but you've got the fresh veggie medley kind of that you cook up. It's got some squash and some broccoli and some other things in there.
So
Um,
how every bowl is constructed, it's on our menu advertised as build your own bowl, and essentially that's what it is. So every single bowl, we have sizes. We have junior, regular, large size, and you go through the process. First is pick your protein. We've talked about the proteins. Then you pick your base. We have our 4 bases. We offer white rice, brown rice, fried rice, and then our yakisoba noodles. They're similar to a lo mein noodle. They're prepared slightly different, and the ingredients are a little bit different. But the 4 bases: white rice, brown rice, fried rice, and essentially your noodles. And then you just choose, do you want the veggies or not? For instance, we have 5 house fresh veggies every single day cooked just before they go into your bowl. It's broccoli, cabbage, zucchini, carrot, onion. And say onion's not your thing, no problem. They're cooked just before they go into your bowl, and it's made to order, and we can make that fresh veggie medley any way you need it.
That's awesome. Yeah. And that's what I like about it too. Like you said, it's cooked right before you go in the bowl. A lot of times, you know, you go somewhere and you get the veggies, and it's basically mush, right? That just gets tossed on. Especially once you start incorporating the squash. Squash is such a delicate veggie, and once it's cooked, man, it goes soft so quick. So you got to be Johnny on the spot, get that in there fresh. And that's exactly what you brought us this morning, man. It was just perfect.
Yeah, that's the fresh, and you want the crunch. We're aiming for the fresh, crunchy, hot veggies. They don't hold long. So
no, that's a short window for that magical combo.
Yep,
for sure. We're going to pop on back on air here in just about 30 seconds, and we'll wrap up our on-air side of the Totally 90s lunch. We'll keep some tunes cranking over there. And then we'll come back afterwards, and then we'll wrap up the Facebook Live. But I encourage you guys, if you haven't already found them on Facebook, under Teriyaki Madness Cape, or what are you guys under on social?
Yep, Cape Girardeau Teriyaki Madness.
Yeah, easy to find.
We got that and an Instagram page as well. So
yeah,
Facebook, Instagram, and then, you know, obviously your Google searches and things like that.
Yeah, you want to get there and support them so you know what's coming up. 93.9 Mike FM's Totally 90s Lunch. That is Arrested Development and people every day on a Teriyaki Madness takeover for the Totally 90s Lunch. Chase Porter's in the house from Teriyaki Madness. We've been hanging out this hour here on air and on our Facebook Live, talking just all kinds of awesome stuff. And in case you haven't tuned in for the Facebook Live, of course, you can always catch that on our Facebook page after the fact. Just click that video tab, or you can listen to the audio on our podcast, available anywhere you catch your podcast. Just search 93.9 Mike FM. But Chase, I want to thank you again for the food you brought in today. Delicious stuff from Teriyaki Madness, and the time that you spent with me here in the Totally 90s Lunch.
Hey, thanks for having me. This has been a pleasure. I'm having a good time in here.
I like it.
They said that you guys make me sound good. We'll see later.
Yeah, no, 100%. The fan club's waiting outside on the sidewalk right now for autographs. He'll be appearing at the door at 324 Broadway here momentarily. All right, well, hang out. We got more of the Totally 90s Lunch coming up after the break on 93.9 Mike FM. Again, a big thanks to Chase and Teriyaki Madness for our Teriyaki Madness takeover on 93.9 Mike FM. Verve Pipe on deck. Sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, outside we'll meet you for the autograph session, Facebook friends. But yeah, we appreciate you coming in, man. It's been fun. We'll have to do it again sometime, and we'll have a Chase select list. Maybe I'll have you come on the Real Rock Morning Show sometime too, and we'll just throw down bright and early with some rock and roll.
Love to. I'd love to see if I can remember some stuff outside of kitchen work. I feel like over the last year I forgot a lot of stuff outside of Teriyaki Madness.
I'm sure that this is when you get done with this, you don't really want to have to think about anything, right?
Yeah.
Ready to unplug it. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you guys have decided to start this up in Cape. I wish you the best of luck as you lock in on the end of year number 1 and the future ahead.
Yep. Many more years to come. No doubt about it.
Yep. Thanks again, Chase.
Thank you, Darren.
That has been our Totally 90s Lunch, Mike FM, Humans in Tune, Teriyaki Madness Takeover. Oh, man, just so many titles all in one. I love it. We are going to get back to the Totally 90s Lunch. Again, catch these Humans in Tune segments right here on 93.9 Mike FM. Keep an eye on our Facebook forum and on my Instagram and Facebook at Iceberg Mo. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for catching this Humans in Tune conversation with 93.9 Mike FM. Find previous interviews on our Facebook page, or you can listen via our podcast at 93.9